Hey guys, and welcome back to my first festive holiday video of 2022. Today in Art with Miss Burford, we'll be making a 3D card snow scene. You will need an A4 sheet of white paper, an A4 sheet of blue, black or purple card, a selection of other coloured card that you might want to use for Christmassy decorations like a Santa, snowman, Rudolph, those kind of things, a pair of scissors, a glue stick, a pencil and a black felt tip pen. Our first step is to use your white sheet of A4 paper, and we're going to start folding it from the bottom short edge, and we're going to fold it up about 2 centimetres and then flip the paper over and fold it again and concertina it like a fan and leave possibly about 5 or 6 centimetres from the top. So you want to fold it all the way up until you get to that top section and leave a larger section. I apologise, I have been feeling terrible and I don't know what it is. It feels worse than the cold. It's not COVID, so I apologise for my voice. Please don't worry if the folds aren't exactly even. As long as they're close enough, you'll see that mine aren't exactly perfect. Then you want to fold your paper in half, as you'll see I did on here, and then unfold it again. We just needed the crease, and line up the edges of your white piece of paper with your blue, purple or black sheet of card, whichever you're using. So again, you want to line up your short edge of the white paper with the short edge of the card. Just glue this into place with a Pritt stick, matching your bottom corners of your card with the bottom part where your concertina piece of paper starts, and fold this nice and flat, smooth this nice and flat so that it really bonds together. The next step is to cut a curve at the top of your sheet of card so it creates a snow globe kind of look to it. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly matching, you can either leave it like this or in a moment you'll see how we can match up the curves. Ensure that you do fold your card in half down the long edge so that your picture will stand up at the end. This little crease in the middle will help it stand. Get your glue stick again to glue along with the strip of paper the very first piece that you folded, because you're going to fold the right side and the left side of it together so it creates a fan base. Really pinch those pieces of paper together so that it sticks well. And just test that your picture stands at this point. It should do, otherwise something's gone horribly wrong and you'll have to redo it again. Now we can move on to the best part, and that's adding some scenery. So just with a basic green sheet of card, you can add some triangles of different heights and widths to create some trees, or you can have them all uniformed in the same shape and style if you like, but it's nice to have a selection so you've got smaller trees in the distance to give some perspective and some larger trees towards the front. Using your black felt tip pen, you can then add some detail to your trees. So the kind of style that we're going for is to make it look like a leaf, so draw a line down the centre of the tree and then some angled lines towards the edge of the triangle. You don't need to do this in pencil first, be confident and go in there with a felt tip pen. Then you can add them to your snowy scene picture and start at the back with the smaller trees, and you can do those on the horizon or you can do them a bit closer, and then you can add the larger trees towards the front and actually stick them on the concertina bits of paper. Have a play around with where you want to place it before you stick it into position, because you might find it looks better somewhere else and you want to try and see everything in your picture if you can. Get creative and add some other bits and bobs to your picture to make it a proper scene. So here I'm creating a house, and when you think about when it snows, the snow overhangs the roofs, so you'll see that I create a semicircle shape, but the semicircle is bigger than the outside of the house so that it's like snow overhanging. You might want to do a whole little village of these, so you might want to do a variety of different size houses. I just wanted to do the one of a cosy house in the woodland on its own. Of course you'll want to add some windows and doors to your building, and use your black felt tip pen to add some details. It's nice to add a yellow window for having a light on inside, which is why it's nice to set the scene at night time with the darker background colours. You can add some stars or a moon to the sky, and even some snow falling, so just tiny circles of white paper. Instead of doing a wintry scene, of course you could set up a nativity scene or something like that instead. So you could have the stable, you could have different characters for the nativity on the different sections, and you could have the star in the sky, and you could even do the 3 wise men and things like that. You could completely make this a more religious activity rather than just a general Christmas one. It's completely up to you. There are so many different things that you can add to personalise a Christmas scene too. You've got the snowman like I just did, and then I got the North Pole. You can also add a sleigh, you could add Santa or Mrs. Claus, you could also add elves, you could add some lights hanging around houses, you could add some sweets and lollipops to make it more of the North Pole. There's so many things that you could do, just really personalise it and have fun with it. To make this successful, you just need to think about objects in your background, your middle ground and your foreground, and play with the placement and composition of everything. But as long as it's stuck down well and stays in place and it stands up, then it's a success. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more art lessons like this every week and other art related content every now and then. See you next week from Art Club with Miss Burford.